is going to be a new restaurant complex. This is Mike from Parks Group. So this restaurant, just to be clear guys, this restaurant complex that the guys are trying to achieve is not like any other restaurant you've seen. A typical restaurant is owned by the owners and they serve their own food and that's it. This place is going to be different. It's going to be run by street food vendors with lots of different kinds of food. So Mike and I could come in and he could have Mexican, I could have Japanese, he could have a cocktail in the bar at the end and I could get a craft beer from one of the vendors down here. So there's going to be something here for everybody. So gone are the days of trying to go, oh, Tommy only likes Tony macaroni, so we need to find something from the menu that we all like. Those days are over. It's completely unique. Each zone will have its own feel, and all of those elements are going to be handmade. Now, not only are they going to be handmade, but they're going to be handmade here, locally, in Aberdeen, and we're really going to show people what this city is capable of, how this place is going to look. It's difficult at the moment because it's just a large empty space.
When we first stood in here, like I said, you can see from the shape, it's an L shape. It's originally supposed to be 2 different units, but we felt that we could open it up. So, fully utilising that space for the food element, but in here is, to come in here, it's going to be very welcoming, blow your head off, cocktails at the front in that cool bar area. You've got the performance area here, which would be like, it's going to be twisted towards that sort of Asian feel, a lot of different Asian sort of cocktails that he's been working on, which is pretty cool.
To be able to push the boundaries and say like, we want to build a set of traffic lights that look like they were stolen from Tokyo and stuff like that. That's where we come into our own.
All that's left now is you magical minds to actually build what we've had in our minds, bring our thoughts to fruition and also have a major input in it, you know what I mean?
Japanese style traffic lights made in Scotland. Easy. We get some random stuff here, do we?
Yeah.
Can you make Japanese themed traffic lights? Of course. in this Resident X job that we're doing, they've spec'd for fake iron beams. So on the vendor pods there are columns that go up, and they wanted them to look like I-beams or RSJs. So we created these as a 3D model. We carved them on our CNC, and then we put this special rusty paint on them. In this paint, it's got iron filings, some resins, and what we do is we paint it on, and then this opens the pores on the surface, so that when we then spray it with a special activator, the whole beam will go rusty in real metal that's made from wood. Cool, is it? A. Smith and Sons, Foundries and Steelworks, like that. On this rotating sign, we need to be able to spin the sign round and round and round, but we also need to supply power for the lights. Anybody with half a brain will know that as it's spinning, if there were wires, they would just get tangled, rip themselves out, and it would be catastrophic. So we needed to come up with a system where it would allow power to go to the lights whilst it's spinning. It sounds really complicated, but it's essentially just a brass or a copper ring with some brushes. But we needed to create a hook and that would supply the power and stuff, so we're going to lay down some metal and give it a go. This is our box that's going to spin the light. In it we've got a geared motor, we've got a control panel that was custom made for us by my pal at Gimson Robotics. Essentially, the motor drives a spindle that we've made on a lathe. Power passes through on this stator, so as it's spinning it'll allow power to come through.
journey, yeah.
Oh my god. We've condensed this video down to you guys for around 20 minutes. Now, what I will say about the video is, in the video it looks like Luxous has done this whole place, and the stuff that you're seeing in the video was only us. It was nobody else. But there was a massive process involved with other companies such as SIR, Hutchins Services,
Tinto
Architecture, of
James
course,
Scott,
James Scott. So there were loads of other people in the process, but we've only showed you the parts that we've done because it doesn't make sense to show tiling that we never done.
But it definitely makes sense to show the complete venues that came together. Right? So.
And I don't know how we've managed to condense 6 months into 20 minutes, but we've managed it. So I'm going to have a walk around with you guys and Mike just now, and we'll look at the different aspects of the job. And we can maybe, if you can hear us because of the music, we'll tell you a bit about it. If not, you're just going to have to enjoy looking at what we've done.
For sure, my man.
Let's go.
When we first got this project landed and we got the funding and that secured, this was the thing that we said that this was going to be the thing that draws everybody in. And I think, what scope did you get for me? Make it fucking wild.
There was none. And to
scope.
be fair, like a lot of the stuff we've done in here
Aye.
was specified by Tinto. So I'm not going to take credit for stuff that those guys have done.
Yep.
They gave me a design and asked me if I could build it for them, which of course we did. Some of the aspects of his job, such as this tunnel and the lamppost or the traffic light, and some other things, I got complete creative
Control.
They just told me, like, do whatever you want. So when I spoke to Lizzie, she was interior designer, and I got a scope or a feel for what they were trying to achieve here. Then we just went for it with the tunnel. So, like I told you before, these LEDs are not traditional LEDs. Every single LED has a microchip. Every one. There's over 10,000 LEDs only in here, and I control each one of them with a laptop. So this took how many days did this take to program? So long. I just sitting at a laptop.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Depending on what program we've got on.
And the good thing is, this is completely controllable by us. So what we intend to do in partnership with the guys from Parks Group is Valentine's Day, for example. It'll all be lit up pink and red, and the light box at the end will be love hearts, and Mike and Dave will be sitting in the chair. So we're gonna have that. But I mean, and then all the other ones as well. So Christmas, Halloween, we're gonna try and replicate and create a theme for every single season.
Wow.